All right. Hello, everyone. Hi. This video is sponsored by Dutch Master Cigars. Do you like cheap cigars, but you're not a connoisseur, but you like the smell of fruit? However, you don't cut your cigar open and put cannabis in it? Dutch Masters might be a good cigar for you. No, I'm just kidding. It's my own made-up advertisement. Hey, I need to make a video here. I don't know. I need this to be better production than just some guy in his room with an ironing board and the book, The Primary Solution by Nick Troiano. Good book. I'd recommend you read it. And a painted drawing of Elian Hersey Ali. A woman is very courageous and someone for whom I have a lot of respect. Hey, I'm going to talk about a subject that needs to be out there. Any videos I make, if I opine or talk about something, I'm wanting to put them out there because I don't see much out there in the public domain. This video is for personal injury attorneys, people in claims, people in tort liability, especially auto insurance, and it's concerning the City of Chicago and their billing practices. Summary: City of Chicago will take somebody's, get all the insurance information they can regarding health insurance as well as tort liability insurance, first party, third party. City of Chicago will bill the health insurance early on, will receive payment from the health insurance. Many of these are health insurers with whom they have contractual obligations, like Medicare. They'll receive the payment, then there may be a copay, and then there's a massive contractual reduction. Not with Medicaid, ironically, that's the subject for a separate video, but with Medicare. So a hypothetical example that's pretty accurate to reality. $3,000 City of Chicago EMT bill. They bill Medicare. Medicare pays $400. Patient responsibility is $100. Medicare reduces the bill by $2,500. That happens within a month or so of the accident. Then, much later, a year, 6 months, whatever, the injured party, their attorney, whoever, reaches out to the city, says, hey, please send us all the bills, invoices with the current amounts. City will send something over dated the present day, saying date of invoice, and will not have anything on it reflecting the payments that were made by health insurance. When I spoke to somebody, the city, their justification to me was, we have a contractual obligation with these health insurers. They're secondary payors. We are allowed to either have them claw back the payment that was made, or we are allowed to refund it to them if we get a higher reimbursement rate. So Medicare pays, city gets $400, keep it. And then later, the case settles. I should have given a disclaimer in this video that this is probably not that palatable for the general public. I think I did, actually. The case settles. Now, as another issue, something else that's subject to class action suits, is how the city does not accept the Lien Act, the Illinois Healthcare Services Lien Act amounts. So let's say the Lien Act causes the city to arguably only be entitled to $1,000 for their lien. The bill's $3,000. A lot of times, and this is common knowledge amongst plaintiffs' attorneys, the city won't accept the $1,000, and they'll only offer to reduce the bill by very little. But now what's not known, what I'm finding out, is that the city will have received payment from a health insurer, and specifically a health insurer who they have a contract with, like Medicare, receive the payment, receive the reduction, and they don't tell you about that. They don't put it in the bill. They don't even put a disclaimer in a prominent spot saying balance may be subject to revision and is not including possible payment by secondary payor like Medicare, or like a secondary payor. Leave it at that. They don't put any of that on there. I haven't found it. So, yeah, I mean, is the City of Chicago committing fraud? I'd like to see a class action suit. I'd like to see a class action suit against them for not stating payments that have been made when people request that, And secondly, for not accepting the Illinois Healthcare Services Lien Act for people who are insured by carriers who have a contract with the hospital. Listen to me, with the EMT, with the City of Chicago itself. So, I'm putting this video out here. I think we need to talk about this more. This needs to be common knowledge amongst plaintiffs' attorneys that the city does this stuff. And frankly, if you're covering your bases better as a plaintiff's attorney, you would get the subrogation liens from the health insurance. And a lot of times then you would be able to catch some of this or spot it. But I'm fascinated by a lot of colleagues that I speak to who don't see this happening, who don't know this goes on. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to tag and do what I need to do. And I don't know, hopefully I'll learn how to create content and have a channel. But, this needs to be talked about. Please share the video. Please spread this message. I'm willing to bet a lot of money. Everything I've said in this video is pretty accurate. I think in fairness to the city, their argument, allow me to reiterate their argument is that they're not ultimately accepting the payment. However, they are receiving the payment early on. And, there's a time value of money. There's a benefit of getting paid earlier. And they really are trying to have their cake and eat it too. And they're not even telling you, the injured party, you, the claimant, or you, the claimant's attorney, that, oh, by the way, yeah, this bill was paid by this entity. So, yeah, I think it's very disingenuous, to say the least. And I hope, and I hope the city has some class action suits against it for two of the reasons I stated earlier. All right, I'm going to let you go. You got to get better with these videos. Go outside, turn off your phones, touch earth. And until next time, bye for now.